How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all well, as per usual. Mr. Boulder, and I'm back today with a response video. This is me responding to Thomas over at Merciful Metal. Not long ago, Mike, of course, did started up a thread for 90s death metal using A10 albums. So Thomas over at Merciful Metal has decided to do a spin on this and talk about 10 albums that define 80s thrash metal. So that's what today's video is about. Most of you, of course, will know who he is, but for those of you who don't know who he is, I'll sure leave a link in the description box of this video to Thomas's channel. Excellent channel, puts out loads of great videos. A great guy. So let's get into this response now. Talking about 80s thrash metal, 10 albums. First up from the Bay Area, I've decided to go with an absolute beast of an album. Testaments to New Order from 1988, their second full length. I absolutely love this album. I love the old school sounding production of this album. And the songs on it are absolutely fantastic. Great riffage from Eric Peterson and Alex Skolnick. Of course, the solos from Alex are fantastic as well. Great vocal performance by Chuck Billy, and an album packed with great tracks. The New Order title track is superb. Trial by Fire, Into the Pit. I love the riffing in that. It's just such great riffing. The Soppers of the Watch, brilliant song. The Preacher, A Day of Reckoning, stuff like that. It's just an absolutely fantastic album. There's no bad songs on this, and just a superb Bay Area thrash album. Testament's New Order from 1988 is an absolute beast, and that is my choice for the Bay Area for 80s thrash. Just an absolutely amazing album. I mean, Testament have got loads of great albums, but for me, this is my second favourite of theirs, and it's an absolute beast. I just absolutely love it. Yeah, stuff like Into the Pit, Trial by Fire, The Soppers of the Watch, just superb thrash songs. Excellent stuff from these guys. Going over to the East Coast, and I'm going to go with Overkill and Taking Over from 1987, their second full-length album. This is a nice first press I got when I got back into collecting records back in about 2005. I wasn't really familiar with Overkill at the time, so that was a blind buy, and I didn't regret it. An excellent album from over in New York. Fantastic songs on this. Bobby Blitzerworth's completely over-the-top vocal performance is what I absolutely love. It just sounds fantastic. Dee Dee Burney's bass is always nice and high up in the mix. You've got, what's the name of the drummer again? Rat Skates on the drums and Bobby Gustafson on the guitar. Fantastic album full of great songs. Old school production again, which sounds fantastic. Deny the Cross first track as tune. Wrecking Crew is great. Fatal with Swallowed, but side 2 where it's at for me. Power Surge, first song on side 2, probably my favourite on the album. I absolutely love that. Great riffs, brilliant vocals. In Union We Stand, Electro Violence, fantastic song. And it ends with Overkill 2, The Nightmare Continues. Excellent stuff from the New York area. Another band with absolutely fantastic albums and discography, and a band that's still absolutely killing it these days. A band not resting on past glories at all. Overkill's Taken Over from 1987 is definitely my pick from the East Coast of the United States. Excellent stuff from these guys. Teutonics are heading over to Germany. And before we do anything else, cheers. I'm going to go with Creator and Extreme Aggression from 1989. I absolutely love this album. Got this original press at Record Fair years ago for £10. Absolute bargain. I don't think the guy knew what he was selling, because I remember buying Megadeth's Countdown to Extinction on vinyl at the time, which was, again, only about 12 quid, and that goes for way more than that. Anyway, back to this. From 1989, Extreme Aggression by Creators. Fantastic Teutonic German thrash. The title track, first song, is just savage. Really, really good. No Reason to Exist, track 2 is phenomenal. Love Us or Hate Us, great stuff. Some Pain Will Last, love that track. Betrayer, fantastic stuff. Don't Trust, Bringer of Fortune, Fatal Energy. The riffing on this is absolutely superb, and the drums are amazing. But for me, the killer thing is Mille Petrosa's vocals spat out with real venom and hate. And he just sounds absolutely convincing with every word that he sings. Fantastic vocals, great riffs, just brilliant songs in general. I love all the big four over in Germany, but this one for me is just an absolute beast, and I had to choose it. A fantastic album from Creator. I absolutely love this. Spun it so many times when I first got it. Not like the back of my hand, and it's just an amazing album, and that's what I'm going to pick for the Teutonic side of 80s thrash. Creator's Extreme Aggression is amazing. So UK now, and I'm going to have to go with Zentrix and Shattered Existence, a band I only started listening to about 3 or 4 years ago. I heard of them back in the day, but I never actually got around to picking them up, and found this original press on eBay, pulled the trigger on it and didn't regret it. I listened to a couple of tracks on YouTube before I bought it. I was just blown away. I had to get it, and just the whole thing is absolutely phenomenal. Excellent, excellent stuff. Is it Chris Astley on vocals? I can never remember. I was going to say something else. No, it is Chris Astley. Great vocals, excellent guitar playing across this entire album. Drums are great, bass is good, excellent songs. The UK's answer to Metallica for me. No compromise, absolutely fantastic. Balance of power, love, love, love the riffs in that tune. Crimes, Back in the Real World, Dark Enemy, no bad songs on side A. Bad Blood, Reason of Destruction, Position of Security, and Heaven Sent on side B. 8 tracks, 8 brilliant tracks, just fantastic UK thrash metal. Wish I'd listened to these guys years and years ago, but for some reason I never got around to it. But better late than never. And as far as 80s thrash goes for the UK, Zentrix's Shattered Existence is absolutely essential and a fantastic UK thrash metal album. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. So Eastern Europe was the next category, and to be honest, I haven't got any Eastern European thrash apart from one album, but that was by a Polish band called Acid Drink, and it came out in 1990, so I can't use it, of course. So instead, I'm going to head over to Canada for this one, and it is, of course, the absolutely amazing Alice in Hell by Annihilator, which came out in 1989. Another song with no bad songs in it at all. The guitar playing on this and every Annihilator is fantastic. Jeff Waters, who actually resides here in the UK now. He lives in the north of England, but originally from Canada. And just an absolutely amazing album. So much great guitar work on this album. The riffs are amazing. The solos are great. The vocals from the excellent, but sadly passed away now, Randy Rampage, are brilliant. The vocals are so good. Really, really love them. Got Ray Hartman on the drums, does a great job. And Wayne Darley, great bass player as well. Excellent, excellent album. Starts off with Crystal Ann, which is just the guitar instrumental. The title track, Alice in Hell. Some of the guitar playing that, just phenomenal stuff. Welcome to Your Death. Wicked Mystic, Burns Like a Buzzsaw Blade. Just banger after banger. Just excellent thrash metal songs. Word Salad, Schizo's Never Alone Point, Parts 1 and 2. Leisure closes with the really, really fierce and brutal Human Incesticide. No Eastern European stuff in my collection, but so I had to go over to Canada and I had to pull this one out because it's just an absolute 10 out of 10 album. No bad songs, absolutely phenomenal. All the performances are amazing and it's just killer stuff, and I had to show it. I can't talk about 80s thrash and not talk about this album. Alice in Hell from Canada, Annihilator, 1989, phenomenal stuff. So up next is Technical. Now, this band aren't really considered technical at all. Not considered progressive either. But for me, this album is technical and progressive. Definitely progressive, but I'd say technical as well. And an album released in 1988 by, no doubt, probably one of the biggest... Well, not probably. They are one of the biggest metal bands on the planet. First album I'd ever heard by these guys. And you probably know what I'm talking about already. But for me, Metallica's And Justice for All is definitely a progressive metal album, and I think it's technical as well. I mean, there's only 2 songs on this, under 6 minutes long. You've got stuff like the title track and To Live Is To Die, which is clocking nearly 10 minutes. And you've got other stuff, Fred Ends of Sanity, nearly 8 minutes. 7.5 minutes, fantastic track. And it's an album that's just full of really, really good complex songs, actually. Different song structures here and there, but mixing it up with the song structures. It's fantastic stuff. Really, really technical as far as I'm concerned with the guitar playing and the drums. You know, I know it's kind of hard to think that Lars used to be as good a drummer as he is, but he was absolutely fantastic. And I just think this is a great progressive thrash album, and definitely technical as well. Title track, sorry, not title track. First track, Blackened, absolutely fantastic. I love that. Title track is great as well. Either Beholder I Can Take or Leave, One's phenomenal, Shortest Straw, Harvester of Sorrow, Freudians of Sanity, To Live Is To Die, Die As Eve. Excellent stuff. Like I say, not really known for being technical or progressive, but for me this is both of those things. And I absolutely love it. And again, can't really talk about 80s thrash and not show some Metallica. Some crossover next. And Dirty Rotten Imbeciles with their album Crossover from 1987. These guys are from California, if my memory's correct. Great stuff from these guys. Fast, frantic, energetic, loads of great guitar riffs. Love the vocals. You can definitely tell these guys are an influence on bands like Municipal Waste. The 5-Year Plan is just brilliant. Such a catchy song. Tear It Down track 2 is great. Great riffing. Probation, Decisions on side A. Side B, you got Hooked, which is fantastic. Go Die, great stuff. No Religion. Fun and games. Spike Cassidy on the guitar, great guitar player. Felix Griffin on the drums is a great drummer. And Josh on the bass, fantastic stuff. Great band. Great crossover. According to a couple of things I read on the internet, this was the album that spawned the title Crossover. Yeah, there we go. DRR's Crossover from 1987 is a fantastic mix of thrash metal and hardcore punk. These guys doing it the right way. Phenomenal stuff. Absolutely love it. From 1987, Crossover from DRI is a brilliant, brilliant thrash crossover from the 80s. Speed metal now, and I didn't even have to think about this. I knew I was going to be showing this one. Agent Steel and Skeptics Apocalypse, which is from 1985. It's 86, I think it's 85. First time I ever heard these guys, I was blown away. The guitar riffing just phenomenal. It's really, really fast. And those amazing high vocals from John Cyrus just stuck out of my mind straight away. Just excellent, excellent speed metal from these guys. Agents of Steel, just brilliant, so catchy. Fantastic vocals, of course. Taken by Force is a great tune. Bleed for the Gods, closes out side A, excellent stuff. Children of the Sun, again, great vocals from John Cyrus. Guilty as Charged, Back to Rain. Just brilliant, brilliant songs. Fast and frantic, superb riffing. The drums are pounding away, and John's vocals just absolutely fantastic. The highs this guy can hit are just brilliant. They really, really stick out in my mind. And when it comes to 80s speed metal, I'm always going to think of Agent Steel. And Skeptics Apocalypse, which I think is 1985, is just a phenomenal album. And that's my pick for speed metal from the 1980s. And now for something extreme thrash. Now for me, this album and the album that followed it are definitely bordering on death metal. The album I prefer after this one is the one I prefer, but this is still a banger as well. But yeah, this is definitely bordering on death metal. We're going to head over to South America and, of course, Brazil and Sepultura's Beneath the Remains, which is just a fierce album. I mean, this makes some other thrash sound quite tame in comparison. The Cavalera brothers here, Paulo Jr. on the bass, Andreas Kisser on guitar. Just phenomenal. First track is just beastly. Title track, Beneath the Remains. Really, really great riffs. Inner Self, absolutely love that song as well. Stronger Than Hate, Mass Hypnosis. Side A is all good. Side 2, you got Slaves of Pain, Lobotomy. Closes out with Primitive Future. So fast, really, really fast. Max Cavalera's vocals are absolutely fantastic. The guitar work from him and Andreas is brilliant. Drums from Igor are fantastic. Just really, really punishing thrash that doesn't sort of let its foot off the accelerator at all. It's in fifth gear the whole way. It's absolutely pounding away, and it's just phenomenal stuff, which is definitely bordering on death metal for me. Sepultura's Beneath the Remains. If I'm going to talk extreme thrash in the 1980s, it's definitely the one that springs to mind. It's just an absolutely fantastic album. These guys, back in the day, were definitely delivering the thrash goods. I still like what they're doing now, but there's no doubt that stuff like this on the rise is my favourite from them. But as far as extreme thrash from the 80s goes, Brazil's Sepultura's Beneath the Remains absolutely delivers the goods. And for a little bonus one, I need to show this because I can't talk about 80s thrash and not talk about this album. I absolutely love this album. It's just an absolute masterpiece for me. And I'm going to show Megadeth, Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good. Their debut album in 1985. This is my picture disc version, of course. Here it is. Just a fantastic album. Dave Mustaine was full of so much rage and anger at the time, and it really pays off on this album. The guitar playing is absolutely fantastic. I mean, how he plays these riffs and sings at the same time, I don't know. Dave Ellefson on the bass, of course. The long and sadly departed Garth Samuelson on the drums, and Chris Poland on the guitar. An album that's full of brilliant songs, excellent guitar riffing, good solos as well. Great drums from Garth. Of course, Dave Ellefson's bass is great. And Dave Mustaine's pissed off sounding vocals are just fantastic. The piano intro to Last Rites and Love to Death is great. Killing's My Business title track is brilliant. Skull Beneath the Skin, These Boots, a Nancy Sinatra cover, which doesn't ruin it, which is a bit of a surprise. Rattleheads kicks off side B. That's my favourite song of the album. Just brilliant, brilliant stuff. Chosen Ones, Looking Down the Cross, and it finishes with Mechanics, which is, of course, the Megadeth version of Metallica's The Four Horsemen. I can't talk about 80's Thrash and talk about this album. It's just an absolute masterpiece for me. It's my favourite debut from the Big Four, actually. Just excellent stuff. I just could not show this album and talk about 80's thrash metal. Megadeth's debut, The Killing Is My Business, Business Is Good, is an absolute beast, and I had to show it. And just a brilliant album. And all these albums are absolutely fantastic. But yeah, excellent stuff. Megadeth, brilliant, brilliant stuff. Right, guys, hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you made it to the end. Thanks to Thomas for starting up this thread. I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope you enjoyed the video too. I'll be back with you soon, as always. And as per usual, please get in the comment section. Let me know what you think about these albums that I chose. I should be back with you soon. So until then, cheers, take care, and see you later.